I like that. Just let that music play. That guy makes some good music, man. That music comes way of Lee Michaels. The guy who made some great music for Lee. That's cool stuff. I like that. I like the guitar right there. Yeah. Give Ted Nugent a run for his money. Well, we're back with you. I'm still pressing buttons, and we're back with you. Yes, it's the world according to Torero. You are straight on the point. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. Jesse T is in the house. It's the Jesse T Show, and we are broadcasting live right here at 5 from the community to the world and all of Southern California. I feel like Jerry Dunphy. That's right. He used to say, from the desert to the sea and all of Southern California. It's time for www.thepowerofvoices.com. What I'm trying to do right now, as we're talking here, I'm doing something on live stream. I'm trying to get this live stream stuff going, and quite frankly, I don't even know if it's going. Yeah, it's going. Oh yeah, that you know how you know something that's going is when the clock is ticking. So it's going. Okay. Hey, it's good to have you along with us. We got a fun-filled packed show. It's Wednesday in Southern California. It's another beautiful day. I hate to say it, in paradise. I know everybody across the country, they're having some weird weather. I was watching the Weather Channel this morning, and they're having some weird weather across the country again. Well, this is the time. The seasons are changing, but here in California, all that changes is from good to great and great to exactly beautiful. I mean, just get the words. There's no words to explain the Pacific coast of the United States of America, except that we've got great weather today, and it makes a person feel good. But I'll tell you something, though. Driving through traffic, I had to get off the freeway today because the freeways were way too jam-packed. Every freeway that my little GPS thing said, it was packed. So I had to do the backstreet action. Jackson, that's right. Yes, we were traffic jamming, and we're going to traffic jam right now with one of the world's greatest songs of all time. Maestro, hit it. Oh, here it comes. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last limit? Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land? I'm ahead of it. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I got to take a kneel on that one.
Oh, man. Get out of here. Just get out of here.
It's not the anthem. It's the way you did it.
What?
Jesse.
What?
You remember you went to class.
I did.
For vocal coaching.
I did.
And the man, after a year, gave you your money back.
He did.
That means
what?
You should never sing. Never.
I know how to clear a stadium, don't I?
Oh, yeah. Just stick to being a DJ and a talk show host. That's it. No singing.
You know I love to sing, though. I sing all the time.
In the shower. Alone.
Okay. I think that's the way we're going to introduce every show from now on. That's it. Yes. And I do that because I'm a proud American and I don't take a kneel for nobody. And all you kneel takers, that's what I say. It's like new language. Rah! Rah! Well, you got to admit, when I'm in a stadium of 50,000 people, nobody can hear me, so at least I'm protected. That was rough, but it was sure fun. You know, that's the nice thing about the national anthem. You don't have to be a great singer like me. You really don't. You don't have to be able to hold those keys and those notes and have that diaphragmatic breathing coming from your gut, from your chi, from that part of your body that really allows you to hit those high notes and those low notes and drop the octaves and you know, and the timing was just so wonderful. The timing was fantastic, you know. I don't know what Lee is talking about. I don't get it. I never got what Christopher Robin was talking about when he gave me my money back after a year of music lessons from the finest vocal coach of the time 25 years ago. I just never understood that. It's a true story, folks. After a year of singing lessons, I had to learn how to sing. Right? So I went to Christopher Robin. Yeah, the guy's name was Christopher Robin. Okay, I'm not talking about the Winnie the Pooh Christopher Robin. This guy was Christopher Robin, except he was like 6'47". I mean, the guy was a huge monster man, right? And just the nicest guy you ever would want to meet, and a great vocal coach. I mean, he helped Barbara Streisand. He helped all those great, you know, singers from 25, 30, 35, 40 years ago. The guy'd been around forever, right? He was that kind of vocal coach, right? So I gave him all my money for a year, and he taught me some great music, man. He taught me Little Richard, James Brown. He taught me some Elvis. Taught me some Buddy Holly, you know, some Chuck Berry. It was really cool. You know, the problem is I couldn't keep tone and key the way he wanted me to. I could do it my way. And my way, I was just doing just fine. I don't understand. I just don't get it. I could do it my way, and I could keep tone and keep T, but... See, that's what I sound like, except that's a little girl. That's what I sound like, except she's just a great little girl that sang for the Suns and the Nuggets. You know? I mean, come on, folks. Come on, back me up here.
She was 5 years old. She sounded better.
All right, that's it. Now I'm going to really get you, okay? I'm going to stand up right now and put my hand on my heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Everybody with me now. Stand up at attention. Or sit in your chair or your car seat at attention and put your hand over your heart. Take your hat off, or you can simulate putting your hand over your heart. Yes. And no, Lee. No, badly. No, badly. Not badly, bad, new word, Lee. No. Yeah. Put your hand over your heart. No, I didn't say put your hand over your heart. My goodness. I'm going to sing for you if you don't stop. Okay? No, put your hand over your heart. Heart. Yes, of course it is. Yes. Put your hand over your heart. Live stream. Hey, Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero. Hey, put your hand over your heart. Okay? We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance together. We started off with the national anthem, and all those knee takers out there, you can suck my big 10-inch record, that is. All right? All right, well, now we got to put our hands over our heart, and we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. The greatest passage of words that you could ever recite. Love it. I think that's the way we're going to start every show from now on. The Jesse T version of the national anthem and the pledge allegiance to the greatest flag on God's blue-green earth. That's what I think. And anybody who spits on the flag, burns the flag, steps on the flag, farts on the flag, or does anything on the flag in front of me, oh, yo, I'm going to be practicing some Wing Chun, baby. No, I'm not talking about Wang Chung. I'm talking about Wing Chun. That's right. That's right. I'm going to do some chi sao all over your nose. Okay. Now that we got the fun-filled pack show, hey, always remember, download our free app, thepowerofvoices.com. That's a free app. You can download it. That's right, for your Androids and your Apple and your Androids. You can download it. It's free. It's free. It's free. I just want to make sure everybody knows it's free. It's free. It's free. Free. You download our free app, okay? It's a cool-looking app, too. It's like a world, a globe with a radio, kind of a radio image to it and a microphone, and it's got this. It's really cool, man. People will see that on your smartphone or your IPTV device, and they'll go, what's that? You'll say, hey, that's where I see Jesse T. Hey, man, that's where I see my man, Jesse T, in the place to be, rocking the house for you and me on a Wednesday in Southern California. The Brown Beauty is on duty at facebook.com/Jesse Torero, facebook.com/Power Voices, YouTube Live, on our website at www.thepowervoices.com, on our website at www.aventertainmentlive.com. Also, on live stream. We're live streaming right now. Yo, live streaming. Stream up. Oh, we're on Bamboozer now? Bamboozers is a good one. They got millions of viewers. Hey, we're bamboozering. I like that. Hey, baby, it's Friday night. Let's go bamboozle a little bit. Yeah, come on, baby. I'll bamboozle you, and you can bamboozle me. I'll boo. It's gonna make me sing. Ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran ba baran. You see, that's a great sing. Look at that. Quick looking at me like that. All right. Hey, bringing on Carl Van Meter. Hey, Carl. Carl is a great martial artist. He is a movie star. He's got lots of films out, and he's a terrific martial artist. Hey, thanks a lot, Carl, for checking us out. Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, man, good work. I love your stuff, and always more power to you, man. Saying hi to Alex Beverly DePizzano, right? Okay, thanks, Alex. And also saying hi to Angela Peterson. Angela Patterson. Thank you. Yes, thanks a lot, Angela, for tuning us in and chiming us. Let us know where you're at. Give us a shout-out. We'll give you a shout-out, and we'll have a good old time together. Saying hi to Dave Rios. Dave Rios is watching. Thanks a lot, Dave. Where are you calling from, huh? Like to know where you're checking in from, of course. Hey, what's up, Alex? Good to have you along with us this afternoon as people are starting to load up the Jesse T show. As we enter the world, according to Torero, you're straight on the point. Did you know that the Pledge of Allegiance was written in August of 1892 by the socialists? This is interesting. A lot of people didn't know this. The socialist minister, Francis Bellamy, he lived from 1855 to 1931. Can you imagine? Think about that. A guy who was born in the 19th century, right around the time of the Civil War, lives all the way into the 1930s. What magnificent things he got to see in the changing of the world. You know, the world is changing all the time, and we're going through some cataclysmic changes around the globe today. But rest assured, the world's still going to be here, and we're still going to be here, and America is still going to be here, and the United States of America is still going to be here, and we're still going to speak English and probably Spanish and Mandarin and Chinese and as many languages as you want to speak. You know, we're all going to be here. It's not going to go away. You and I are going to go away eventually because that's what happens to us. But the world's going to continue on. And America is going to continue on. And the same problems we have today, we had yesterday. And the same problems we had yesterday, we're going to have in the future. These problems that we're having really are no different than any problems we've ever had in any generation. Hey, Dave Rios is out in Apple Valley, California. Hey, Lee, Apple Valley, California. That's out there by Adelanto. Yeah, it's right there by Victorville. And Roy Rogers Museum was out there when I was a kid. He had Trigger and everything out there. It's gone now, but that's kind of where Roy Rogers lived. That was his big ranch. He loved the desert. Him and Dale Rogers. Yeah. Anyway, I always used to get Roy Rogers and Gene Autry mixed up because they were both singing cowboys. Yeah, Adelanto. Adelanto's that town where we reported on, I think it was last week, we talked about how you can make $1 million, gajillion, bazillion, trillion dollars. You like that? Trillion? Yes, trillion. That's beyond vajillion. That's even beyond papillion. That is, trillion is like the biggest number you could ever create in your mind. Gajillion isn't even as big as trillion. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yes. I always wanted to be the person that named the numbers. See, somebody came up with 1 million, right? And somebody came up with 1 billion, right? And somebody came up with 1 trillion, right? Somebody actually was sitting down in some financial institution thinking, okay, we've got to 1 billion now. We got to call something bigger than that, trillion. I guess they have something called a quadrillion. Yeah, quadrillion, I think, is like bigger than 1 trillion. And what's after quadrillion? I don't know. I mean, Magellan? I don't know. Margarine? I mean, something. I always wanted to be the one that named that. I don't know why. Just, hey, it's the world according to Torero. I'm thinking out of the box every way I can. All right. Anyway, the Pledge of Allegiance, it was originally published in the Youth Companion on September 8th, 1892. Bellamy had hoped that the pledge would be used by citizens in any country, not just France. He was a socialist because, all those social nutheads are in France. Yeah, that's why Bernie Sanders never made it because, he was too much of a socialist for us. Though all the young people who don't know anything, I just got a bunch of young people mad at me. I just got the millennial generation. I can hear them. Yes, you millennials, you don't understand socialism and you don't understand fascism and you don't understand communism yet. Because 10 years ago, you were like 14. All right? So, but anyhow, that's why Bernie Sanders, really couldn't take fire. And the Democrats, I call the Democrats. And I call the Republicans Republicans, and I call the Independents Independs. I would love to be a moderator. You think if they would, I would do it I would pay them to be the moderator. Wouldn't pay him that much. I don't have that much, but I would pay him. I'd pay him to be the moderator. First question I'd say, so you Democrats. Oh, Lord. I think I would get, I think a sharpshooter from 2.5 miles away would zap me the minute I walked out of the stadium. That's it. Oh, yeah, I know. It would be like trying to find Pokemon. What is it with this Pokemon game? I don't get this. I don't get this Pokemon thing. Do you guys get this Pokemon thing? Do you guys have any understanding why? David, do you have any understanding why? Angela, do you have any understanding why Corey, do you have any understanding why this Pokemon thing is like, they've had like 30 billion hits on this Pokemon site, finding Pokemons in the corner? I, I I see people aimlessly walking around like zombie states. They're like zombie Pokemons. They're like Poke zombies. Poking a zombie? I don't know. What is that? What is that Pokemon? Why does something like Pokemon take just such great fire in people's minds and souls, but yet nobody really gives a rat's butt about what's happening, like what happened today? And that school that got shot up again by some crazy maniacal psychopath. If people in America would put the interest and excitement and enthusiasm and energy into fixing crazy nutheads that go into schools and shoot and kill and murder and create all kinds of mayhem, maybe, just maybe, we could solve some things. But no, they're into Pokemon. They're into that circus we called a debate 2 nights ago. Oh, what a circus that was. I talked about that all day yesterday. I mean, that was just like, blow my mind. Nothing was ever said of any importance. Nothing. They spoke to their constituents. They spoke to their base. And that's all they did. It was just ridiculous. It was the stupidest, most maniacal, stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. But I was one of the 90 million. They got me hook, line, and sinker. Oh, man, heck, they could have sold me a bridge in the desert, and I would have sworn there was a lake on both sides. I mean, that's how bad they got me. So anyhow, the Pledge of Allegiance. So the Pledge of Allegiance was made in as I said, in 1892. In 1993, the words "the flag of the United States of America" was added. And at that time. So it was added. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. The original pledge, I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands, one nation indivisible with liberty and justice for all. So in 1923, Congress or whatever added the flag of the United States of America, as well as a few other things. Now, the pledge of the allegiance to the flag, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, should be rendered by I'm going to teach you something here. Rendered by standing at attention, facing the flag, with the right hand over the heart. Okay? And when not in a uniform, come on in. Come on in. Don't worry about it. Okay? You're prettier than Lee. You're prettier than me. Yes, she's a very beautiful young lady we have here, an intern. She's just terrific. She's so smart. She's so intelligent. Man, she is really something to fit your eyes at, too. She's just great. Anyway, and she's so good at what she's doing. It should be rendered by standing at attention, facing the flag, with the right hand over the heart, and when not in uniform, men should remove any non-religious headdress. In other words, guys, when you're at the baseball stadium or anywhere and they do the Pledge of Allegiance, take your hat off. Thank you very much. Hey, Alan Ramos is watching. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for checking in with us. Where are you calling from? Where are you chiming in from? Let us know. We got kind of like an open mic, an open discussion today. We're just talking about all kinds of stuff in the kitchen sink. We're jumping around topics today. It's a Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and we're going to talk about everything. That's right. We're going to talk about everything. And it's a world according to Torero, so you're going to get some stuff here. You might not get somewhere else. Anyway, what you're supposed to do is take your hat off with their right hand and hold it at the left shoulder. So if you have a hat, you take it off and you put it over your heart, basically. The hand being over the heart, persons in uniform should remain silent, face the flag, and render the military salute. I remember when we did this, when it was so, like, there was a devotion to it when I was growing up. It was gave me goosebumps all the time. I'm just weird. I don't know. I used to look at that flag and pledge allegiance to the flag, and those words just meant something to me. Sort of how I was raised. They meant something to me. I knew they were special and important when I was a little boy. I didn't know what they were, but I knew they were special because everybody said they were special. And our teachers at Village Christian School, it was very special, very important. And I remember we'd sing the national anthem every day. Every day. Every day. Just what happened, you know? What happened? I don't know what happened. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. God bless America. So I'm watching the debate, and I'm saying to myself yesterday, and I'm not going to touch too long on this, but I said to myself, man, it's just a great show. It's great theater. And I was thoroughly and totally, engulfed in it like everybody else was. And then you have the aftermath over the last couple of days, and you have all that stuff going on, and they're talking amongst each other and the news stations, and they're all reporting, CNN's doing it their way, Fox is doing it their way, and what is truth, and what is that matrix concept, the illusion? Where can we define what truth is, and where can we define whether we're just being led down the street? Led down the street, just like we've always been led down the street. I mean, where is that dividing line that you can hang your hat on, so to speak, where you can say, that makes sense and logic, and that's truthful. Who do you believe? We've got a liar. We've got a storyteller. We got people that you got to say to yourself, oh, Lord. I mean, who do you believe? Do you believe Trump? Do you believe Clinton? Do you believe Trump more than Clinton, Clinton more than Trump? Well, everybody knows I'm a Trumpster. I'm going to vote for Trump, and I'm proud of it. So I believe him more than I believe her. But the idea is, why can't we believe anybody about anything anymore? Why do we always walk away saying, there's just something there? Is it because our technology is just, we have too much information? Perhaps this was always like that. Perhaps it was always that way. When you read the presidential races from years gone by, Teddy Roosevelt on the back of a train, and the things he said about his opponent, Abraham Lincoln. When you read what Thomas Jefferson said, and what Jackson said, and what Hamilton said, and when you read what Ulysses S. Grant said, and you find out that they were pretty wild, the stuff that they said, you come to the conclusion that whatever they're saying now really doesn't make any difference, or there's no significance. It's just more mud on the wall. Because once anybody gets into the White House, do you think that they got carte blanche because they're the president? Do you think for 1 second that they don't answer to a higher order, or they're the highest order in the world? They certainly don't answer to us. Once they got the job, they got the job. They're going to be either a great president or a horrible president. And in reality, we really haven't had too many great men that we can call great presidents. It's just a handful. Pretty much everybody else is just kind of mediocre. Gets us to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Now, soon we're going to have a woman president, And soon we're going to have a Latino president. And soon we're going to have an Asian president. And soon we're going to have a gay president. And by the way, many presidents have been gay in the past. Just do your homework and you can research that out. So, why is it that we as a nation have a hard time believing our federal and national politicians? I thought about that last night, and I thought about it today. And I think I got the answer. The answer is because they're all just a bunch of friggin' liars. All of them. Think about that for a second. You don't get to where you got to go in that higher echelon political ring. You don't get there because you're perfect. It's not like an admiral or a general. They get one little mark or scratch on their career. One little something gets put in their jacket, their file, and that's it. They can't go any higher than where they're at. The military people, their flawless careers when they get to be a general, a brigadier general, 3, 4, 5-star general, 3, 4, 5-star admiral, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard. These people are flawless. They're the most flawless because they're under the greatest microscope. They can't do anything wrong. If they do, they stall out wherever they're at. But our politicians aren't under the same litmus test. You got this Wiener guy. Remember Wiener? Showing his wiener all over the Facebook and all over the social networks a couple of years ago? I mean, really? Really? And now he's under suspicion of doing other weird things. Why do our politicians get away with so much? Why can't we hold them to a higher test like we hold our military people? I think that's what we should be doing. And then maybe the debates would have something important and satisfying to say that we could learn, that we could say, that could stimulate our minds intellectually. That would allow us to say, I'm going to go and research that. I got to think about that thought. Maybe I will change my mind. Maybe I won't change my mind. But at least it gets you to think. What we saw a few nights ago was mundane sitcom theater. It was like watching Mad TV or In Living Colors from 25 years ago. When Fireman Bill or Fireman, what did Carrie play? It was Fireman Bill? Yeah, Fireman Bill would come in. It's just insane humor. And that's what we saw. We saw this insanity going on. Nobody said anything of any important thing. The Democrat said, blah, 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 followed the train. And the Republican, you know what he did? He followed his train. Nobody changed. There was no dialogue between them. I went back and I pulled up the whole the first debate, the Nixon-JFK debate. And I watched the whole thing. Now, Nixon looked like this sinister, satanic lunatic with those deep-set eyes and the way the lights hit him, and he was sweating profusely, right? And JFK was this Adonis sitting over there so comfortable. I mean, just this Adonis, right? Sitting, he won, right? But they had some substance in what they were talking about. The moderators were asking questions that if they asked these cats these questions that they asked, the way they asked the questions at the first debate, these guys would be doing this. That's what they would sound like. Because those people were different. I went back and I watched the debates from several presidential races. I watched the Reagan debate with Jimmy Carter, the Reagan debate. Watch that. Go back and watch that. Watch the moderator, the question asker. See, they didn't do 6, 3, 2. They didn't do a whole bunch of debates. There was only one debate for Nixon and JFK. There were just a few for Reagan and Carter. Now they're doing like 3. What more are we going to learn at this next debate except more theater? They're going to do it, I believe, I understand, in some town hall kind of production. I may be wrong there. I was reading something that I think that's what they're going to do it in, some laissez-faire, relax on the couch, have some popcorn and a beer, right? That's what they're going to do it like that. Like, they're cool. They're just like you and me. They're not like us, folks. Neither one of these nincompoops are like us. They don't represent you or me at all. Neither one of them do. I think Trump represents us better than Clinton, in my opinion. But neither one of them represent us. They live in a completely different stratosphere, a completely different understanding. If you've never moved through that circle in your life, even for a moment, to be hanging around these types of people that have that kind of wealth and power, if you've never moved in that circle, it's really hard to understand how different these people are from us. You're talking about people that money has the different meaning. It doesn't have the meaning. It doesn't have the same meaning for us. Money to them has something completely different. I mean, we take a $100 bill, and sometimes that gives us the ability to keep our electricity on, to keep baby food in the refrigerator, to buy diapers, to pay the rent or the mortgage, to put enough gas in the car so we have enough gas to get to work so that we can make another $100, $150, or $200 a day. These people don't have that. They don't have that same meaning. The money doesn't mean the same thing. They throw around money like nobody else. This is why so many young athletes, NBA stars, NFL stars, and I'm never watching an NFL game again. Super Bowl, forget it. Not until they cleanse the whole NFL from these idiots that put their knee down at the national anthem. I'm sorry. There's just no getting around that for me. You're wrong, 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 wrong. That's it, as far as I'm concerned. Nina Laura's on. Hey, what's happening? I think that's Nina. Let me get a little closer because I can't see. Hold on. Yeah, hey, Nina, what's happening? All right, Nina. Also, Alan Ramos is on. Thanks a lot, Alan, for checking in. Where are you chiming in from? What part of the city, county, state, or our country, or where you are, maybe from the world? We get people from England and Germany and Holland. We've had them check in here. But, when you think about it, these people are completely different than you and me. Different. They eat differently. Now, I'm not saying they hold the fork different or they eat different food. Not necessarily so. I mean, we see Trump. He's eating hamburgers and French fries from Burger King. Okay? So it's not that they eat differently. But when I say they eat differently, I mean, generally, their food is prepared for them. Prepared for them. Prepared for them. I have family members that ran the Schwarzenegger and Kennedy Shriver home in Malibu. Okay? When they were together and they were living there. Okay? And these family members used to tell us how they lived. Now, they had a man who ran the kitchen. He was their chef, their master chef. Okay? Prepared all the meals. Had to be there at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning and didn't leave till 10 at night. Okay? And he had to prepare all the meals for any overnight snacks, what they liked. All of the meals, every day of the week. Then they had a server who served those meals to them. Okay? They also had a professional maid. She ran the maid service, the servants, the maids in the house. And there was a lot of them. She also took care of the gardeners. She also took care of those things, the plumbers and the electricians that had to come over. That was her job. Okay? And you see what I'm saying? That's just Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kennedy, Shriver. That's just them. Can you imagine Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Can you imagine the lifestyles that they're living? Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably worth $600 million or some god-awful number like that. But yet, he doesn't have the power that the Clintons have. No, not even close. So power is greater than money. With power, you get money. Okay? You get a lot of things. Can you imagine how they live? They drive in big, huge, beautiful Macbeth and the most finest luxury limousines the world has to offer. Do you know that Hillary, hasn't driven since 1997? She hasn't put the keys in a car, turned it on, and drove since 1997. These people don't live like us. How can they represent us? Years and years and years and years and years ago, our politicians, many of them, lived closer to the populace than they are now. Around the mid-20th century, that started changing. Mid-20th century, 1920s, 1930s, it really started to change dramatically. At the turn of the century, in the 19th century, the politicians basically lived more or less the same type of life. Yes, they had more money and they had more power, but the house was still the houses. They were similar. They weren't that far apart. Yes, they were very far apart from the very poor, but there was more of a relatability. Everybody came off the farm. Everybody came up the same way. Well, our politicians today don't come up the same way. Okay? They're different. Jeff Langton's on. Jeff Langton's on. Hey, that's the Joltin' J, baby. One of the finest blues artists up north. The Joltin' J. Check his music out on SoundCloud. Jeff Langton, also IMDb, him been in all kinds of movies. In fact, he doubled for Sylvester Stallone for many years and did all kinds of stuff. Schwarzenegger and with the whole gang. Hanging out at Cafe Roma in Beverly Hills and the Peninsula Hotel. Hey, guys, if you're ever in Hollywood or Los Angeles or you're here living, if you want to really see some A-lister movie stars, go to Cafe Roma on Saturday or Sunday at about 1 o'clock, and you have a very lucky, great opportunity of seeing Schwarzenegger and Stallone come in and cats like that. Yeah, you'll see them, John Voight and these kind of people. They'll stop in there. They stop in there all the time. They also go to the Hotel Peninsula. That's just around the corner, and they go to the pizza shop right across the street. I believe it's called Mulberry Pizza Shop. It's a New York style pizza shop. They go right across the street. So if you want to see some movie stars like that nature. So these people, they don't live like us. So for them to prognosticate up there that they're just like us, they're not like us. So why do people get so bent out of friggin' shape? They don't live in the same rules that we live. Why do we idolize them so? They don't live the way we live. And if they don't win, they go right back to what they were doing, being people that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, that's what happens. So, you see, you got to understand the kind of people that are presented to us now. These people are connected on a global basis. It's not so much just America. It isn't. We have moved into a global society. We've moved into a multiculturalism. I don't necessarily agree with all of that stuff. I am more of a protectionist than a lot of people think. Whether you think it works or doesn't work, that's okay. We can't be a complete protectionist society, but we've got to watch out for our own. We got to watch out for our own here. But I'm also working in an older ideology, and I'm the first to admit that. America 1, America 2, America 3, and everybody else below us. America's got to be the greatest and be the best and have the best. America pushes our enemies out away from us, takes care of what we got to take care of. I have a whole different understanding of how I believe America should be. And quite frankly, I don't think it'll ever be that again. I'm on a losing ship here. I'm on a losing team when it comes to that. Because what's been developed now in my lifetime is something that I don't like. And how can you argue that against me? You like these kids getting shot up back east again in school? And you like these terrorists coming in and blowing themselves up and shooting up people in malls? You like these gangs that run around? Now they're pimping women and pimping little girls underneath the age because they found out that running guns and coke and crack and meth is much more dangerous for them. They can human traffic little girls and little boys for everybody's perverted, sick, pedophile ideologies and fancies. You like that stuff? You like the trash in your streets? You like the graffiti on your walls? You like that stuff? You like bad guys having guns and good guys can't carry them? You like that? You like this great recession that we were in, and now we're not in a recession? And I argue this all the time because I argue it all the time. You want a weapon of argument? I'll give you one right now. Do you know that in population, illegal immigration from Mexicans, not Central Americans, Mexicans came to America for jobs, okay? For jobs, because we were exploding in jobs. Our economy was robust after the 1990s, okay? After the dot-com blow-up in the middle of the decade of the 1990s. Our economy was robust. They came here for jobs by the groves. They couldn't stop people coming across the border illegally. And that was before all these rules that employers had to have this piece of paperwork filled out. And if they didn't, they could lose this. They could get big problems with the IRS and the INS and the DEA and all this stuff, okay? Now they have to do that, all right, in most states, especially the border states. But here's the point. They came over here for jobs, and the money that they made, did you realize that over 50% of that money went back to home? To Mexico? In fact, so much money went back to Mexico from the illegal aliens that were here making money that it made up a third of their gross national product in Mexico. It added a third of the country's income was from the money being sent back from here to there. A tremendous amount of money. I bet you didn't know this. That over the last few years, Trump won't talk about this. The Republicans won't tell you this. And neither will the Democrats. They won't tell you this. Did you know that this recession that has now had this, it's the end of the recession right under the great Obama. I feel like he's the Wizard of Oz. Obama, oh, Obama, oh, Obama. You know, they're going to write songs about this guy. His mythology and the folklore is going to be, they're going to put him on Mount Rushmore. That's it. Let's get a petition. Let's get a petition together and put Obama on Mount Rushmore. Or like Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse, a big granite structure in Crazy Horse pointing west, pointing east. Let's have a big structure, big granite structure for Obama. Which park can we put him in? I don't know what park. We got to figure a park for Obama so he can have like a 500-foot sculpture of him, the great president, the great president. Okay, and he got us out of this terrible economy. Oh, he did it. Yes, hooray, yay. Is your life any better in the last 8 years? Is it? Is your pocketbook any deeper? Do you have more savings? Do you have less debt? Have you been able to pay for your kids' education? Why has has government assistance gone up, almost doubled in the last 8 years? Why? Well, I argue because those are all the people. They're white, too. They're not black, and they're not brown, and they're not Asian. They're white. Why? The largest ones on government assistance in this country are white Americans. People don't even know that. They're white, blue eyes, the crackers. That's what they are. The blue-eyed devil, the white boy. They're the ones on the most government assistance. And why is that? Why? Well, one, this is the largest population. There's 220 million white boys. Okay, why is that? Tell you why. They don't got a job. The jobs are gone. And their unemployment is gone. And they don't even get registered as part of the unemployment statistics anymore because they've given up. So how do they eat? Government assistance. Thank you very much. Bam! I just put a nail in the coffin on that argument. See, did you know that Mexicans, this great recession that we're out of and this great recovery that we've had, that more Mexicans are coming now to America than ever before? They got so many Mexicans coming across the border right now. It's unbelievable. It's like an ant farm. Okay, it's like you put trash out, and all of a sudden, in 2 hours, you got 90 kajillion, quadrillion, trillion ants. It's like the border is one giant ant line from space. If you look down, it's all brown. It's a brown line. You want to know why? They're not coming here. Did you know that this great recovery, that 1 million Mexicans a year are going back home? 1 million Mexicans a year are going back home. Now, why is that? There's no jobs. The jobs that were here are no longer here. And they want to have family reunification. When they interview them in Mexico, most of them want to come home because they want to be reunified with the family. Hey, I get it. I get it. And also, they're not making any money anymore. So what happened to our great recovery? Hey, I think Obama did something great. He has such a small recovery that he's sending all the illegal aliens back home. Woo! Like Ric Flair used to say, woo! That's a WWE guy. Woo! Ric Flair. They're sending them all home. They're going home on their own. So why the heck do we even need a wall? To keep them here? I mean, you see, the logic is so twisted in lies. It is so twisted in fabrication and illusion. It is so twisted with lack of knowledge and understanding that people don't even get the right story to make the right decision for anything anymore. Hey, you don't want to be here anymore because there's no more jobs? Here's a ticket home. They're going to 1 million a year. Millions are leaving this country on their own. Oh, isn't that great? We're going to give them a wall, and what are we going to charge them, 50 pesos every time they go back home? I mean, when you think about it, that's what's happening. People are leaving because there's not enough jobs. They want family reunification. And, of course, our laws have gotten much stricter. Those are the three reasons. The border, you believe the border about what all the politicians say? The border, God, it's not what you think it is. See, this is why we don't believe anybody anymore. Because deep down inside, everybody knows when somebody's lying. It's a weird thing that human beings have in us. We have this kind of psychic, telepathic power. All of us do. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's innate, okay? And we have it in us. And we kind of, know when we know when we're not feeling right about somebody and something and some place and some idea. We know, but we second guess ourselves all the time. And we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. This conscious and unconscious duality going on in us all the time, this conflict. We kind of know, though. We kind of know. We know that we're being done. We know that we're getting it to us. But all of them. So then you're left with, what do you do? What do you do? You'd vote for an independent politician? You vote for a Democrat? You vote for a Republican? What do you do? You vote for the one that is the lesser of all evils. That's the answer. And whomever you think that is, that's who it is. But you vote. And I'll tell you why. Because with your vote, you still have some small control that a large number of people can do something. Otherwise, there's chaos, anarchy, and revolution. And we can't have that. Cannot have that. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in this world. I've been to 43 nations. And I'll tell you what, if I was talking like this anywhere else in the world, I'd be shackled, down, and taken away. That's what makes this country great. There's the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we go over those from time to time. Read them. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Not to a politician. And to the republic. We're not a democracy. We're a republic that has democracy or democratic ideals, for which it stands, one nation, under God. Not Islam, not Hindi, not Tao, not Buddha, not the Dalai Lama. Indivisible. That means you can't break us apart. With liberty, which creates freedom for us and stops tyranny, and justice for all. And that's for black, white, brown, green, purple, and whatever color you are, and whatever religion you are. That's the world according to Torero. Every day, 5 to 6, right here on thepowerofvoices.com. Saying hi and thanks to everybody who watched and listened to us today. I appreciate that. You're straight on the point again. It's the Jesse T Show, live at 5. From the community to the world and all around God's blue-green earth, this is Jesse Torero. The Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya!